okay? We know, we've all been there.
Yeah.
You get into an argument with your significant other and then you want to make up.
Yeah, and we all know that part of making up is makeup sex.
You know, I was mad at you a second ago, but now that mad looks good on you.
Yeah. Oh, I like the way that vein was pulsing inside of your skull when you were screaming 10 minutes ago. Now I find it sexy.
Well, this is the thing, like for me, I don't find arguing sexy. And I know people do. I know makeup sex, people talk about makeup sex, but for me, that's like the last thing I want in a relationship or really in any part of my day is for people to disagree with me.
Right.
I like being agreed with. And in fact, I think I'm right. And so when people disagree, like, remember we were out one night and this man came up and interrupted our conversation?
Yes.
And he was arguing with me and you told me that was his way of hitting on me.
I said, he's hitting on you, Angela. And Angela was like, oh.
He's trying to make me attracted to him by displeasing me?
Yeah.
This seems like a bad way forward.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't believe that my husband and I, and we've been together for 22 years, that we have never had like a shouting match. My husband has never in 22 years raised his voice at me.
No, he doesn't.
Not once.
Like
and I have never done it to him either.
But we yell at each other constantly.
All the time.
Just
no,
we don't. No, we're not yellers. I don't understand. So
Yeah.
I am curious about this because did you know that there's actually scientific research about why it is that makeup sex can feel better to people than regular sex?
Yeah, they say that makeup sex affects the brain like caffeine, which I'm sorry, doesn't regular sex affect the brain like caffeine? Like, ain't sex? Right?
Yeah, no.
It's sex is sex.
But some people aren't doing it right, I think.
Wow.
So for them, it's not hitting that part of they're not getting that dopamine correct because they need to work on their time.
This is science.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're about here at Me Time, the science.
Yes, it is.
We bring the science.
Right. They say that the brain transfers feelings of revenge into arousal.
We jumped to revenge awful quick. We went from an argument to revenge?
Yeah, and if you're fighting somebody and you have to have feelings of revenge, what kind of fight is that?
That seems like it's moved from fight to like a fight to the death. Like when did you become superheroes?
Right.
Like I will have revenge right after we have some sex.
Yes.
Then I want revenge.
Totally.
What is that?
Yeah, but they're saying, and you know what? And here's my thing. I'm not judging your relationship. I just don't get down like that.
No, but you know what I do get with? I get down with I'm not speaking to you sex. That's because remember,
I know
this,
the dirty word for that sex.
That's when like me and this guy that we have sort of on again off again, we were dating, whatever you call that, and we broke up. But then one day, I don't know, we were in the elevator. You know how that happens. You're in the elevator and then you're not.
Right.
You're in his bedroom, and it's sort of like a space-time continuum problem. It's not that you chose it.
Right.
And so then we were leaving, and I was going back to because he lived in my building, which another episode. Do not sleep with people who live in your building.
No, you do not do that.
That's
wrong.
That's a whole other episode, but we will be covering it at some point. So we were both leaving, and his roommate went, "Hey, I thought you guys weren't talking," and we both went, "We aren't." We aren't talking. We didn't talk at all.
Oh, well, let me tell you something. We hit the streets and asked you about your opinions on makeup sex, and here's what you said. Take a look.
Is makeup sex better than regular sex? I would say yes, because it's definitely more passionate. If you're having makeup sex like all of the time, I feel like there's probably something wrong with your relationship.
I agree with him.
That's what I think.
Yes. If you've got to break up to make up, then yeah, you got some problems. But you know who can answer these questions? We have a dating coach and relationship expert, Laurel House, in studio to help us navigate this. Thank you, Laurel.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. So is he right? Is there a problem in the bedroom?
Well, the thing about makeup sex is that you have your endorphins going, and that's what you're going on, which is also that feeling of the caffeine hit when you are having makeup sex.
Well, I feel like Starbucks isn't delivering that because, and we love all coffee, but I'm not getting the same hit off of it.
You know, a lot of people, as you said, maybe they're just not doing it right. They, some people, when they have that moment of excitement, it's like,
Well, here's my question.
and there's no caffeine hit from that.
There's nothing for that letdown.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
My thing is like, aren't you just like creating problems sometimes if you feel like that's the way you have to have sex?
That is the problem with makeup sex.
Thank you.
So some people say, yeah, makeup sex is better. Yeah, because it's exciting, it's sexy, it might be a little naughty, it's emotionally connective.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's healthy, just because it feels better. And I do see a lot of couples who end up getting into those fights just so that they can have good sex after. And then they end up on this emotional roller coaster that is not good for the relationship, and it really is not sustainable for the relationship.
Well, what are some things that people can do? Because if that's their go-to,
Right.
we into helping people here
Right.
at Me Time. What if that's their go-to and it can lead to hurting the relationship?
Yeah.
What are some ideas to help them not do that, but still,
Yeah, so
enjoy
look
themselves?
at what are the emotions that you want out of the makeup sex. So
Right.
exciting. Well, how about instead of fighting to get that excitement, you have surprise monthly dates. So that might be that you come home from work and your partner has your bag already packed and a note that says, I'm gonna pick you up at 8, get ready for a night out, we'll be back home tomorrow. Or you go to dinner or drinks at a hotel, and in the middle of dinner, a key card is pulled out. Earlier that day.
That's naughty. What about like you come home and the dishes are done? And like the beds are made and the bills been vacuumed. The bills are paid.
Whatever is going to be exciting
Pay
for
that cable
you.
bill. Pay that cable bill.
Whatever's going to be exciting for you, and that's where it's important that you know your partner. It's not just what's exciting for me. It's what's going to turn you on too.
I need to write that down. It's what's exciting
because a lot
for
of people
him
forget
too.
about that. They treat you
Put
the
on my
way that
hand.
they want to be treated, and they don't think about the way that you want to be treated, which might be, now we're looking at love languages. So personal, doing something for someone might be a turn on. Then, if it's the sexy that you want, well, anticipation is sexy. It's one of the most sexy things you can have.
Anticipation.
Yes. So start,
so impatient.
sending sexy text messages, leave little notes, and these are sexy notes, and these are also actual handwritten, not
Handwritten?
No, I know.
What?
I know.
What?
Because it shows more care, Francis.
It shows that you've taken the time, you went and you bought a note.
I think what Laurel is saying, that let's not make it so drive-through.
But you can also be naughty if you go and have like a little quickie when you go out to dinner, and in between first and the second course, you go in the bathroom.
You know what? I am just not that person, Laurel. I'm just
But
not.
here's the thing, everyone is different. So it's
Yeah.
what's gonna work for you. Is it sex toys that's gonna work for you? Is it having vulnerability conversations? Some people are turned on by vulnerability, by having those real deep, loving, heart-opening
That's not what I
conversations.
circle.
Yeah, there's nothing in here.
That's not what I circle.
There's nothing in here about paying my taxes. It's not.
Thank you so much for being here,
you,
Laurel.
Laurel.
That was wonderful.
Me Time with Frangela.